What's up, my fellow YouTubers? This is James Landon Yadaru, coming live from El Paso, Texas. Today's deck, I'll be doing a Boros Heroic Budget deck. Now, this one here does not have many rares. Pretty much, this just put together like a miniature, I guess, aggro deck. The way this deck is pretty much targeted is pretty much, using the Heroic, of course, having a bunch of creatures that are 1/1s, also having them build up with +1/+1 counters and stuff like that. So I'm going to go through the deck and you guys let me know what you think. Comment, rate, and subscribe, please. Now, I'm going to start off with the lands here. I'm going to be running 22 land. I'm going to be running the 4 Boros Guild Gates, 8 Plains, and 8 Mountains. Pretty much as if you're barely starting, this is actually a pretty good land base until I guess you decide, to spend the money to get, the Sacred Foundries and the Scry lands as well. Pretty much this is, like I said, a pretty good start, but, it's literally up to you if you want to invest into it later on. So now I'm going to go with the creatures. First off, I'm going to go with the 1-droppers. Now, the 1-droppers, I'm going to play forward 4 favorite hoplites. Now, the reason why I'm playing with these guys here is because it gets a +1/+1 counter for a 1-drop. So like on turn 2 you can put like a Madcap skills or something like that on it, and it gets a +1/+1. So Madcap, it gets +3/+0 plus the 1, so it's becoming a 5/3 on turn 2. That's pretty amazing, actually. That's a lot of damage right off the bat, and also you get to prevent all damage that would be dealt this turn. So pretty much, let's say, okay, you're attacking with 5 and they decide, to, I guess, lightning strike it, and pretty much all damage would be prevented. So that's pretty cool. So the next 1-dropper that I have is going to be called the Archon Crusader. Now this one here is pretty much, one's hollow, I didn't even notice that. Anyways, now this heroic, whenever it gets targeted, you get to put a 1/1 red soldier on the field. I'm sorry, I got caught in mouth right now. I don't know why, but anyways, you get a 1/1 red soldier with haste onto the battlefield, which is pretty cool. So like I said, if you just give the same on turn 2 a Madcap skills. I'm sorry, my Facebook is just going off because somebody won't let me do my video. So anyways, so if you give it Madcap skills, you will get also a 1/1 red soldier, so you're attacking with 5 right off the bat either way. So that's pretty cool. These are all the 1-drops I'll be running in this deck right now. I'm debating on putting Boros Elite in here, but I don't know if the Gate Crash stuff will do well, but I've been debating on it really. But I'll get to that in the next video. Now, my 2-drops, I'm going to run 3 Archon Hoplites. Now, this one here gets +X/+0 for the amount of creatures that are attacking you control this turn. So let's just say you're attacking with 4 other creatures, it's going to get +4/+0. So pretty much this one can actually be pretty good, but it could also be your downfall. But it's literally, eventually, this can actually become pretty powerful. But the 2 toughness, it's going to be kind of harsh about this one. So if you're attacking, with 4 of the creatures, they are going to definitely block this one. This one's most likely going to die. I'd rather play Witch of Hell Raiders in this deck, but because if you're attacking with 2 or more creatures, it gets first strike. So I might take this guy out, but I'm going to try this guy, for giggles and stuff like that, see where it goes from there. Also, the second 2-drop I'll be running in this deck is for Fanlax Leader. Guys, it's a hard name to pronounce, but oh well. So anyway, so this is a 2-drop white. And the reason why I like this guy is because it gives all creatures +1/+1. It's not till the end of turn, it's actually permanent. So this one would actually be a pretty good turn 2 guy, but it dies really easily, so you gotta really protect these guys and make sure, your opponent doesn't get too crazy on his side of the field. But this guy here could be really, really out of hand quick. And now my 3-dropper is going to be the Annex and Simdale, aka Leonidas. Now, pretty much, like, this whole entire Boros deck looks like the dudes from 300. So anyway, so I'm going to call this 300 deck. Thank you guys. So anyways, the reason why I'm playing with this guy here is because he gives all creatures +1/+1 and trample. So what's pretty cool, one thing I like about this is you have this guy here and you got your leader out there. And let's just say you put a Madcap Skills on this guy here, or a Madcap Skills on this guy here. They each get a +1/+1 counter, so which is going to be pretty cool. And I really like the first strike and the vigilance thing about this guy, but really the only bad thing about it is it's only until the end of the turn. That's the only bummer about this guy, but other than that, you know, he's a really good creature and he can really wreck the world, you know. And that's all the creatures that I'll be running in this deck. Next will be the instances. Now, this card here, the Martial Glory, I really do predict on seeing these in the upcoming Boros decks, or, you know, red, white, whatever splash color. I really do this so you see these coming in because it has 2 targets. So pretty much, if you target 2 different creatures with heroics, both of the heroics would actually go off. Which is really cool because they are actually targeting. It targets 2 for pretty much for 2. So this is actually going to be really amazing. This is going to be really cool. I really do see people playing this on, you know, really aggressive decks. You know, Boros is actually known for its aggroness, and actually I played Boros before the cycle rotation came out, but I'm playing something completely different and it's on construction. So anyways, but back to the deck. The second instant that I'll be playing would be the Boros Charm. Now this guy here is actually a staple in a red-white deck. My honest opinion is because it does 4 damage for 2. Target creature gets double strike, and all creatures you control get indestructible. So like say they play Supreme Verdict, you know, just boom, Boros Charm. You know, this is actually the only card that can get around Supreme Verdict, which is actually really cool. And also the double strike, you know, the heroic would actually launch off. That's the only unfortunate thing about this card, but you know, this can actually get, you know, pretty good. So therefore, you know, if you have your, you know, your Sindel, whatever, you know, not only gets the +1/+1 counter, so it's going to become a 4/3 double strike, and that's just really insane, you know. And the next instant that I'll be playing is Coordinated Assault. Now, up to 2 target creatures get +1/+0 and gains first strike until end turn. This is actually going to be pretty cool because not only, just like Martial Glory, it gets 2 targets for the price of 1, but remember, you cannot use this on 1 creature and get 2 heroics out of it because you're casting 1 spell. Now, if 2 creatures that you have that has heroic, both of them will get it because you're targeting them. So this is the only unfortunate thing about, you know, the heroic part, but this here would actually be pretty good, I believe. You know, I really haven't played this deck much. This is just the deck that I just put together. Me and my friend helped pretty much build this deck, and so far it seems pretty decent, you know. And my last one, this is going to be actually, excuse me, I got 2 more. This is actually going to be the removal part, the Lightning Strike. Now, I think I should run another one of these, but I'll try 2 for right now. If I do need more removal, then I'll put them in. Pretty much on aggro decks, you really don't want the game to last more than 4 turns. And pretty much, you know, the Lightning Strike can either eliminate creatures right off the bat, or when you're the game. It just really depends. Now, this last instant, I was actually really questioning about it, but coming to think about it, I really do think it's best for the deck. God's Willing. Now, the reason why I chose this one more than Brave the Elements is because it actually targets. Brave the Elements does not. And also, you get to scry and see what comes up, you know? That's one thing I like about the format. You can actually scry so you can see what you're drawing. If you don't like it, you can put it in the bottom of your deck. Oh well, just depend on your next draw. But anyway, so God's Willing, the heroic actually will launch, and which is really awesome about this deck with this card. And I'm really hoping to see more people play this card. But you know, some people prefer Brave the Elements for some reason. But you know, for this deck, I do believe God's Willing is better for this deck. Now, the last 4 cards are the enchantment, which is Madcap Skills. Now, not too many people has played this this card because they said, you know, this is more of a draft card. Yeah, this is a really good draft card when Gate Crash was out. But I really do think this is really good in aggros because mostly control decks don't really run many creatures. So pretty much, you know, Madcap Skills will be a good factor because not only they will get the heroic for the +1/+1, but it gives a +3/+0, and you know, I mean, swinging turn 2 with 4 damage, especially, you know, in this format, that's actually quite a bit, you know. And I really liked Madcap Skills. I was always a fan of Madcap Skills, you know. But this is just literally your option. And this is all the time that I do have for the day. Please comment, rate, subscribe, let me know what you think. And, you know, like I said, this is my first ever deck tech that I actually done that looks pretty cool, I guess. And let me know what you think, guys. Thank you.